Welcome to Profiles in Eccentricity, a show about weirdos. With your hosts, John Fahey, Aaron Peter, and Matt Brousseau.
Hello, folks. Welcome to Profiles in Eccentricity. It's a show about weirdos, Dosh Garnett. My name is Johnboy. I am your host, John Francis Fahey. Joining me, as ever, is Wolfgang Cuck. Aaron Joseph Pita.
I'm not going to apologize anymore for my kinks. I like
and your stinks.
haute cuisine and watching my wife get fucked
Oh, my God.
by strangers on the internet.
That's cool. That's cool.
Okay?
Good for you, man.
I'm not married yet,
Yeah.
but, you know,
But
being a Wolfgang Cuck is like it's just part of who I am.
It's cool, man.
Yeah.
It's cool.
dude,
Spago.
do you know him?
Arby's.
Is he one of the guys?
Oh, yeah, Spago is his.
Yeah.
I didn't know
No, that's one of the guys that fucked your wife.
Oh, Wolfgang?
I didn't know Spago.
Oh, yeah. Some
name.
Greek guy.
It's like
Dude named Spago.
Fabio's brother, I think.
Yeah. Not as good looking.
No.
Spago's serving my wife tonight.
Ooh, give that tzatziki sauce. You know what I'm saying?
To your right, my left, of course, is handsome Matt Brousseau.
Hello.
Aaron Joseph
Hello.
Pita. I didn't actually
That's
say your
okay.
name.
I'll take that.
I left you as Wolfgang Cuck. Aaron Joseph
it there.
Pita.
Hey.
Handsome Matt Brousseau.
Hello. Hi. Thank you.
Gentlemen.
Hi. How are you, John?
I'm grand. I'm
Oh, good.
fucking grand.
All right.
I want to get started with a little mini profile. This is the kind of thing we do more on the Patreon. So if you like this sort of thing, check us out over there. $5 a month.
Wow.
An
Just
extra show a week.
giving away
Sure.
for free.
So we're going back to the 1830s here, okay?
Oh, boy.
Gosh, let me set my clock back.
You got to pay someone to bidet you.
Pay someone to...
Charlie was an orphan in the New Hampshire area. Came west and started, working in stables along the way. And then started holding what they call the ribbons. The reins.
Okay.
Ah.
So this was, and started working for the California Stage Company in 1851.
Okay.
Okay, so he's not horse racing. He's
No, it's carriage.
Stagecoach.
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 Yeah, sure.
And it is a fucking major skill. Like, and
1830s, yeah.
And Charlie was a fucking badass at it.
driver. I drive.
Slowly.
He would take like stages that were late and get them back on time, and just fucking hauling ass and getting everybody there safe,
Yeah,
right?
safety's
Yeah,
the
which
big
is
one.
tough.
You know, and they said Charlie was pretty much a loner personally, and would drink and chew tobacco with the fellas.
Yeah, tearing it up.
But he's sitting on top of the stagecoach the whole time, you know?
Well, no, like
Spitting.
eventually they get somewhere. He would also drink before he took off on the stagecoach and
Well, the
and-
horses,
It
the
keeps
horses,
your hands calm.
and fire up a cigar. Yeah,
the horses know the way.
Yeah, but
Stressful job.
but didn't go out with the fellas to the whorehouses and stuff.
Oh, why is that?
But they were like, well, Charlie can't be fucking like single though because Charlie's always clean shaven and stuff like that, you know. But just was like a little secretive. And but like the reputation was fucking he was king of the road. Like he was famous for stagecoach driving.
Roger Miller.
And there was stuff like, like legends about like bridges collapsing right as he got over them, like they were on their last legs, shit like that.
Jumping them.
Yeah.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
And then the highwaymen, nobody could rob Charlie.
Huh.
Yeah, he would just throw out a fucking 6-gun and just start shooting, never break speed, and just like you're not getting Charlie.
All right.
You know what I mean? It's fucking nice.
Spit a bunch of tobacco juice into the ground behind him. Yeah.
Oh, you mean like an oil slick like James Bond?
Yeah. But I like yours too.
You were talking about, it was like fucking the Inspector Gadget shit with like boxing gloves on. Coming out of the side on like accordions.
Yeah.
Go Gadget spittle.
Yeah, fucking Go Gadget fucking Sibian.
Oh.
Am I riding the horse or the horse riding me?
Coco Gadget Sibian?
Yeah, you heard me and Aaron talking about, was that on when you weren't here? When we were talking about Inspector Gadget, but he just has guns.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't remember that.
It was really dumb.
Yeah,
maybe that was me and you. I don't know.
I don't know.
On another one.
So I feel like I've heard it. It's really dumb.
It popped in my head one day, and I was like, him calling them gadgets.
Yeah, he's just shooting
It's just
people.
a million pistol.
Yeah.
I think that's just called like War Machine.
Yeah, totally. Inspector Gadget for guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. But so yeah, 1870, Charlie retires. You know, we got the trains coming around now and shit like that.
Okay, so a good 40 years of stage coaching.
Yeah.
So he basically, he's like that stereotype of that old man who's the driver of the stagecoach by then. You know? They're like, oh, Charlie, he'll get you there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He don't see too good.
Yeah.
He drives by scent.
Charlie straight up like just like one time was being raided by the highwaymen and shot the leader and then outran the others. And they're on solo horses. You know what I mean?
He didn't have like a guy riding shotgun?
No.
It's nice. Dead
No.
weight.
Yeah. I mean, well, they hadn't invented the term yet.
So, but yeah, he died in 1879. And then, like, the locals, you know, he had, like, a little farm, a little house up in the mountains, whatever.
Idyllic.
And so they get a doctor to be like, I think Charlie had, like, cancer of the tongue, you know?
Might be from all the smoking.
Yeah, cigars and chewing tobacco.
Yeah.
It's not from eating pussy at the whorehouse with the boys.
No, it's
No.
certainly not.
Charlie was a woman. And, and also had given birth. Like,
Oh my God, they can do that?
Charlie, you're never at the whorehouse, but every time we go, there's this one lass I really think I know.
yeah. So
She's in every town we are.
Wow.
and they buried her as Charlie. She was born in Charlotte, up in
New Hampshire.
started going by Charlie on the road, and just attained the appearance of a man. Was a registered voter, not legal at the time for women.
Nice,
Cool.
dude. Sticking it to the man
They were like probably the first woman voter in history
of the United States.
of the United
Cool.
States. Yeah,
So she did live her life as a man, at least business-wise.
and was buried as a man, buried under the headstone with that name.
well, you want to get some respect on your name. You got to get buried as a man.
And Charlie had respect already.
Hell yeah.
But then the story of the discovery became like national news.
Dude, who found out?
The doctor. Oh. Yeah.
Doctor is like, oh, no, I'm supposed to see Charlie.
Yeah.
Got the address right.
Yeah. Tell Charlie his wife's dead.
Wait, what's Charlie's last name? Did it say?
Oh, that was Charlie Parkhurst.
Charlie Parkhurst.
Good name.
Yeah, Charlie
so
Parkhurst. Yeah.
From the
She'll be
Parkhursts.
riding 6 white horses when she comes. When she comes.
When she comes.
And had a kid, huh?
And
That's cool.
had a kid, and they said they found like a child's dress in like a box, so maybe she lost it,
Oh. That was the last place you looked.
or was like, I don't know how to raise girls. Get out.
That's for the ladies to do. Not tough men like me.
Yeah. How are they gonna buy this act if you're sucking on my titties all the time?
Get out of here.
Scram!
Wow, that's fun. There's a lot of good stories. We could do more stories like that, like people who fought in Civil War and Revolutionary War. Went through a whole. I think did we do one about there was a famous surgeon or doctor in England.
Oh, I don't remember.
It was like
that.
like the best doctor in England for like a couple decades in the 1800s.
Oh, I don't know if we did that.
Oh.
No, we did some like jazz singers. We did some singers.
Yeah.
Way back in the Starburns day.
Are you talking about people that were masquerading as a different sex?
Yeah.
Okay. I made it sound like it was like a fucking
Yeah.
so fraudulent.
Yeah.
Whoa!
I don't know why I chose that. Presenting.
Yeah.
There we go.
Masquerade.
But yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, we haven't done a ton of those. I think there was some popes too.
Oh, there's always some popes.
Yeah.
I think there was like a bunch of popes that like brought stability when shit was fucking out of control.
Yeah, can you blame them? Because they brought the yin and the yang together.
Yeah. So I have another thing here, and I really borrowed from this guy, Richard Harding Davis, who was like an honorary Rough Rider. Like he wrote romantically about all that Theo Roosevelt shit, and they were like friendly. And he's got a very poetic style in his writing.
Talking about Roosevelt's ass.
And yeah. But I was like, I want to read more about this guy. You know, it's an author from a century ago. But I was like, you forget how much romance there is. There's a lot of romance.
About war?
About everything.
Yeah.
Hanging with my boys.
That's the most romantic thing every week.
That was the thing. So like, yeah, they
Jacking off alone?
They like he wasn't there for any of this shit, but they like Theodore Roosevelt was like, you're an honorary rough, like you're in. You know what I mean?
Cool.
Him and DMX.
Yeah, exactly. But he talks here about a gentleman that I'm fucking fascinated with this guy. And he really presents him as a man out of time. That he was born into like aristocrat kind of family life, and then his like formative years were all in like a crazy romantic period of France in Paris under like Napoleon III. You know what I mean? And then he just keeps living his life that way. You know what I mean? But I'm going to tell you about his ending first, because it's quite a scene. It's like to start at the end sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you paint a picture, you know.
Yeah. All sorts of twists along the way.
Yeah, you know, how did he get there?
Yeah.
Or
This is not my beautiful house.
yeah, this is not my beautiful husband.
Charlie?
In 1898 in El Paso, he registered at a hotel.
Who?
This gentleman named James.
James.
Yeah.
1897, you said?
1898.
1898.
He registered at a hotel.
Yes.
Cool.
At 7:30 in the evening, he went to his room, and people kicked in the door the next morning, and he was stretched rigidly upon the bed,
Hard.
with a half-emptied bottle of morphine.
Oof.
On a chair was pinned a letter to his wife. My dearest, no news from you, although you have had plenty of time to write.
Strong start.
Harvey has written me that he has no one in view at present to buy my land. Well, I shall have tasted the cup of bitterness to the very dregs, but I do not complain. Goodbye. I forgive you for your conduct towards me, and I trust you will be able to forgive yourself.
I trust. Well, basically, you haven't written me yet, so I think you forgive yourself already.
I prefer to be a dead gentleman to a living blackguard like your father.
Oh my God.
She needs morphine after this letter.
And then they searched through his belongings, and they found a crown. They're trying to figure out who this guy is. You know, he's not from El Paso.
He's not a blackguard.
And this is a story of this very peculiar character, the Baron James Harden-Hickey. This came from the American Eccentrics book, which I've pulled from before, from Carl Sufakis. Bought at the Hyena Gallery, which I recommend you buy all of your gifts at. And there's 140 just 2-3 page things, but it sends you on such Wikipedia holes because they're so brief. Right. And there was nothing on YouTube about this guy. And there was nothing on Spotify. And now we'll be the only people that have.
Yeah, so search that, pump us up in the algorithm. You know?
Yeah.
But this Davis guy writing about him is uniquely able to talk because he visited with some of the characters in this story while this story was happening around the turn of the century, right? And so he was born on December 8th, 1854. James A. Harden-Hickey. But they think it might have been a thing where like he was San Francisco born to Irish parents, and then brought to France at a young age, and that's where his formative shit is. His father Eccentricity was well known, and his mother took him to Europe, and he was educated at the Jesuit College of Namur, and then at Leipzig, and then he later entered a military college at St. Cyr, and Davis describes Paris that he moved to as a youngster as at her, quote, maddest, baddest, and best.
Nice.
Today, under the Republic without accord, with a society kept in funds by the self-expatriated wives and daughters of our businessmen, she lacks the reasons for which Baron Haussmann bedecked her and made her beautiful. The good Loubet, the worthy Falleret, except that they furnish the cartoonists with subjects for ridicule, do not add to the gaiety of Paris. But when Harden-Hickey was a boy, Paris was never so carelessly gay, so brilliant, so overcharged with life, color, and adventure. In those days, the emperor sat in his box that night, and in the opposite sat Cora Pearl, veterans of the campaign of Italy, of Mexico, from the desert fights of Algiers, sipped sugar and water in front of Tortoni's, the Café Durand and Café Riche. The sidewalks rang with their sabers, the boulevards were filled with the colors of gorgeous uniforms. All night of each night, the Palace Vendôme shone with the carriage lamps of the visiting pashas from Egypt, the nabobs from India, and the sister empire of Brazil. The state carriages with the outriders and postilions in the green and gold of the Empress swept through the Champs-Élysées and at the Bal Bullière, and at Mimille the students and grisettes introduced the can-can. The men of those days were Hugo, Thiers, Dumas, the magnificent blackguard, the Duc Mornay, and the great simple Canrobert, and the captain of the barricades who became a marshal of France. All over of this was the Mushroom Emperor, his anterooms crowded with the titled charlatans of rooms, his court radiant with countesses created overnight, and it was the emperor with his love of theatrical display, of gorgeous ceremonies, with his restless reaching after military glory, that the boy at St. Cyr took as his model.
Got it.
So
Happening.
he's just like,
He's like, Paris is so gay. I fucking love it.
I fucking love gay shit.
Yeah, dude. Gay.
I gotta
all
get
the-
involved in some of this gay shit.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
So, to him, that's what it is. It's like glory, beautiful women and love, and like duking it out in the streets with sword fights.
Mm-hmm.
So cool.
Fucking nuts.
Oh, right. Julie Daubigny.
Yeah.
Masqueraded as a man.
Yes.
And in all of those sword fights, too.
Mask.
So he was royalist by birth and tradition, and he was, and he always remained. That was kind of the thing. He was like from this Irish section that left for France with the Stuarts, and it was all very tied to Catholicism and stuff like that. The Bourbons were the people he supported in France, and the Second Empire was just huge in his mind, and he was completely devoted to it. And when he was at War College, his father died, and when he graduated with honors, and he had like a modest income, and completely, obviously fluent in French, and he was known as one of the best swordsmen in Paris. And then he was like, I'm not going to go in the army. He's like, I'm going to start writing books, and I'm going to become like a journalist and a duelist.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. It fits right in.
As a quote, this is from Davis again. As a novelist, the title of his book suggests their equality. Among them are Un Amour Vendine, Letters d'un Yankee, Un Amour dans le Monde, Memoirs de Gambier, Marvelous Adventures de Nabucodonosor Nosebreaker.
Oh, Monsieur Nosebreaker.
The Marvelous Adventures.
Enchanté.
Oh, sacre bleu!
What the fuck?
On guard!
Mad!
But so, 1878, he's only 24. He marries the Countess de Saint-Péry. He has 2 children, a boy and a girl. And he starts writing for the Triboulet. And that is where he really sides with the Catholic Church in the editorial section. And they're the ones that made him a baron. They just gave him the title of baron to like thank him or whatever.
Good deal.
Pay to play, baby.
That's right.
And it was really good. He went after opponents of the church.
Yeah.
He would attack them big time. And then
Duel him.
it was subsidized by the Count de Chambord, and it was published in the interest of the Bourbons. And he was its editor, and everybody knew he served them gleefully and loyally. And the paper was an amusement in Paris, and it was kind of annoying to the Republican government. It brought him 42 lawsuits and countless duels in the street. I don't know what the rules are there, but I think he's going to out-sword play you and then not kill you.
So these are sword duels.
These are sword duels.
Cool.
And because he was the best in Paris.
Well, yeah, I'll take.
But he was like, we can fight it out in the streets or on the editorial page. And he said that. Like, in the paper.
And he's going to win them both.
And we know the pen is mightier.
Yeah.
Yes. And the penis.
If you're lucky.
Not too shabby.
Though I will say, being stabbed with the sword would hurt more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you, bro.
So then the Count dies. There's no more money for the paper. And he's like, all right, let's fucking go to London. And then he goes and he's like, I want to now go on a voyage around the world. Like he's an adventurer.
Yeah.
You know? It's not about raising the kids at all. No.
Well, he's no blackguard.
Dude, I'm Monsieur Nosebreaker.
Yeah. Not Monsieur Father.
Yeah.
He divorced the Countess, and he gave his boy and his girl to a fellow journalist and a very trusted friend.
Here.
He took him from his wife and just gave him to a friend.
She wasn't interested either, I guess.
Maybe.
The Count de la Boissiere, I don't know how to say this.
Ooh.
Boissiere.
Boissier.
The Count de la Boissiere. And the Count will stick around. And he goes on this merchant vessel bound for India by way of Cape Horn under Captain Jackson. And then off the coast of Brazil, he sees the uninhabited island of Trinidad, which is not the Trinidad of the West Indies, which is a British colony that's beautiful.
And Tobago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is an uninhabited island that's like 3 by 5 miles.
Cool.
It's not even like a speck on the map. And there's just nothing there. It's like half the year you can't even land there, and you better avoid it due to the weather.
Okay.
Because it'll sink your ship.
Okay.
But the other half of the time you can go there and whatever, scrounge around. And it's teeming with like these hideous land crabs.
Cool. I think because they're just like really ugly. Or...
Yeah, seagulls. There's a lot of turtles.
Oh, okay.
Turtles.
Turtles. So I don't know if it was Harden-Hickey's idea to land there, or they were just like, let's go get some turtle meat, or whatever.
Turtle soup.
Yeah. Oh, you're a baron. Tell us about this. Take this land. Duel the animals.
Yeah. And it is.
We'll
there's
teach the crabs to fence.
Yeah. There's like these coral ridges, like it's a volcanic island,
And where is it again on the map?
It's about fucking, I think like 700 or 800 miles off the coast of Brazil.
Okay.
So it's in the middle of fuck all.
Okay.
Yeah. There's really nothing going on there.
Yeah, no capoeira or nothing. No jujitsu.
And people had been there, you know, some explorers had found it, whatever, you know.
This place.
And there was I think stone domes from the 1700s.
Stone domes.
Stone domes that the Portuguese would have made there, and they were still there. And yeah, passing maybe scientists would stop and do shit that, there was really nothing going on.
Yeah, it's a good place to take a piss, you know.
Yeah.
And he decides he's gonna claim this country.
Okay.
And James Harden-Hickey described it as thus: Trinidad is about 5 miles long and 3 miles wide. In spite of its rugged and uninviting appearance, the inland plateaus are rich with luxuriant vegetation. And you can see, we'll bring up a picture, but it looks kind of like something New Zealandish,
Okay.
Very Lord of the Ringsy. Prominent among this is a peculiar species of bean, which is not only edible, but extremely palatable.
Oh.
The surrounding seas swarm with fish, which as yet are wholly unsuspicious of the hook. Dolphins,
Fools.
rock cod, pigfish, and blackfish may be caught as quickly as they can be hauled out. I look to the seabirds and the turtles to afford our principal source of revenue. Trinidad is a breeding place, almost the entire feathery population of the South Atlantic Ocean. The exportation of guano alone should make my little country prosperous.
Yeah.
Turtles visit the island to deposit eggs, and at certain seasons the beach is literally alive with them. The only drawback to my projected kingdom is the fact that it has no good harbor and can be approached only when the sea is calm.
Yeah, that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, and there's months where you can't.
Yeah. All this guano and nowhere to put it.
Yeah. Or ship it out.
Yeah.
And it was famous for rumors of buried treasure.
Of course.
Treasure's the guano.
Years and years, and that also brings the adventure spirit to it.
Yes.
That he's going to grab with both hands. So
Covered in birds.
and the exact story on one of these pirates on his deathbed, in gratitude to his former captain, told him the secret of the treasure. In 1892, this captain was still living in Newcastle, and although his story bears a family resemblance to every other story of buried treasure, there were added to the tale of the pirate some corroborative details. These, in 12 years, induced 5 different expeditions to visit the island. The 2 most important were that of the E.F. Knight and one from Tyne in the bark of Aurea. And so this is the plan. We're going to take this island and we're going to make it a kingdom
Yeah.
for King James I.
6 months out of the year.
Yeah.
And we're going to look for treasure, and we're going to move people there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Moving people. You mean people are going to move there?
People are going to move there.
Okay, that's a little
Right.
bit
And there's going to be an aristocracy. So whoever wants in first,
Oh, cool.
it's like,
We're passing out barren ships by
Yeah.
the dozen.
yeah, dude. So
Yeah, my right-hand man's a turtle.
yeah, let's take a little break, and then we'll dive into the beginnings of the Kingdom of Trinidad. Be right back, folks. And we're back.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's great. That's really nice.
So King James has seized the island, right? The Portuguese had abandoned it. The British didn't stay. Somebody planted a flag there. They're sailing around.
It's been done.
Planting flags. But he continues on to Japan, China, India. And he develops an interest in Buddhism. And
Who hasn't?
yeah. And he stayed there for over a year just talking to Buddhist priests about the religion and studying the history.
Didn't Batman do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
He went to Bhutan.
basically same guy.
Yeah, okay.
Basically same guy.
Hung out with a League of Shadows.
Yeah. You
So
never know.
he
though.
comes back to Gay Paris in 1890, and he meets Annie Harper Flagler. And she is the daughter of John H. Flagler. And she becomes the Baroness Harden-Hickey a year later. And And they live in New York. They moved to New York. And there's, he's keeping a low profile for about 2 years.
Well, now people are doing it with guns, so,
Right, yeah, you're out of the game there.
Whoa.
I brought a sword brought a pen to a gunfight.
So at this time, he writes Euthanasia or the Ethics of Suicide?
Oh, not Youth in Asia.
No.
Youth in Asia.
Yeah, or the Ethics of Suicide.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems relevant.
That's a good double title.
Yeah.
And, so he's far removed from the Jesuit thing after getting into Buddhism and all. Now he's talking about how suicide is dope.
Yeah, life is suffering. I learned that from the Buddhists.
Yeah.
Hey, why not end it?
And suicide is painless. I learned that from MASH.
This is the way Davis describes it. It was an apology for or plea for self-destruction. In it, the Baron laid down those occasions when he considered suicide pardonable and when obligatory. To support his arguments and show that suicide was a noble act, he quoted Plato, Cicero, Shakespeare, and even misquoted the Bible. He gave a list of poisons and the amount of each necessary to kill a human being to show how one can depart from life with the least pain. He illustrated the text with the most unpleasant pictures drawn by himself.
This picture sucks. I drew it.
But he does have some choice quotes from it. And
reasons for suicide. You stub your toe. Okay.
Fine.
Do it.
A blackguard.
Have a kid. Fine.
Lose a duel to me.
Find an island that's half the year uninhabitable.
Yeah.
Obligatory.
In the Ethics of Suicide, he stated in the preface, "We must shake off this fond desire of life and learn that it is of little consequence when we suffer, that it is of greater moment to live well than to live long, and that oftentimes it is living well to not live long."
Okay.
The tome, which can only be described as the ultimate how-to book, offered some 88 poisons and 51 instruments for doing oneself in. He most preferred wolfsbane, but if one did not have access to such poisonous plant, which grew most prevalently in the Alps, he heartily recommended a trusty pair of scissors. Made this
If wolfsbane is unavailable at your grocer,
Yeah.
scissors will do in a pinch.
Unless you're a lefty.
Just run with them.
May this little work contribute to the overthrow of fear, he rhapsodized. May it nerve the faltering arm of the poor wretch to whom life is loathsome. The only remedy for a life of misery is death. If you are tired and weary, if you are the victim of disease or misfortune, drop the burden of life. Fly away.
Life hack. Die.
There's a couple bumper stickers in there.
His book offered 400 quotations. Now, this is from Cephacus' book and not from the Davis work. And Davis is clearly more fond of King James than Cephacus is. He offered 400 quotations by the greatest thinkers the world has ever produced. Among them were, quote, "Nature is kind and considerate in giving us the power of dying. There are thousands of ways out of life, but only one way into it. The best way never to fear death is to always be thinking about it. The wise man lives as long as he ought, not as long as he can." Cephacus writes, "These quotations are given here without attribution since Harden-Hickey was much too modest in ascribing them to others. He made virtually all of them up himself." But of course, Davis writes that he quoted Plato and Cicero, Shakespeare.
Sure.
But did misquote the Bible, so...
Yeah, which is common.
Yeah, we've all been there.
But so yeah, that's just a quick little detour.
Hey,
He writes a book about fucking end it, pal.
Cool.
that's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. But
And he
anyway,
And
practiced
it's
what
just
he...
a detour. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah. I wonder how... wonder if he practiced when he preached.
Another book. Why suicide is wrong.
Yeah. And then he didn't finish that one.
Yeah, because he killed himself.
Yeah.
Can't finish your own book?
Obligatory.
he would go to Texas, California, and he would buy like cattle ranches and stuff. And
So are we back in like 1860 or 1870 now, or is it still 1890?
This is... Yeah, this is 1891 now.
Oh, okay.
because that's where they're married in 1891.
Okay.
And he buys mines, you know, and in El Paso and stuff, and
Solid.
but it all came from his father-in-law. Flagler was from Standard Oil, and he was
Ooh.
definitely like, you know, he was up there.
Drinking milkshakes.
Yeah.
But he would ask how to say it, de la boiserie.
Sure. Yeah.
De la boiserie.
What?
De la boiserie? I don't know. De la Boisier. Okay, De la Boisier. So that was a friend of Flagler's too, his father-in-law. So he would get money from him through his wife, but like he would never ask for it directly.
Right.
You know. And so that also tells you something about he views this guy that is not an adventurer, but far wealthier than him, with this thing of like, you kind of got my money from my adventures, and I want it, you know, but I don't want to ask for it personally. But the way Davis describes Flagler, John Flagler, the father, is that like he always seems to be nice to the king. You know what I mean? He's
To the Baron.
to the Baron, yeah.
He's a good chap. I was leaving my daughter alone, going out
But
there.
it seems that Hickey always chose to treat him like an enemy, you know? And
So he doesn't have much money of his own?
no, not really, no.
It's hard to make friends when you're dueling all the time. Man.
But he always married into money.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah, and you know, aristocracy too, and then the best friend is a count.
Yeah, well, he had good hands and a rapacious wit.
Yeah, and you know, you go in those circles and you're gonna pick up some bonuses.
Coin.
Yeah,
It's who you know, John.
it really is.
He just thought his father was like a boring businessman, and he was like, you don't understand me,
Yeah.
kind of thing, you know.
It's one thing if it's your own father, but if it's your father-in-law, then it's a little.
At first, the father-in-law thought he was coming around looking for money, and was against the marriage. So then, for the first few years, the Baron supported her with his own money.
Okay.
Nice.
They didn't take
Played
anything.
the long game.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she also was used to living like a very rich girl,
Yeah.
so she fucking dried out his money real fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She played the short game.
Wife bleeds, you drive your money.
Obligatory.
Suicide. Obligatory.
Yeah. And so he basically was like, he basically knew that there was a large amount of money left from his wife's mother, but he was the executor, the father of where that money was going. And he wanted to get his hands on it, you know, the Baron did. But this is the kind of thing where, like, you know, he viewed it as a means to an end, and he was like, you know, Davis writes that, like, this guy's like something out of the Three Musketeers in his head. You know what I mean? Like, and
Yeah, he's an ideas man, it seems like. Yeah.
he writes, people that looked upon him as working for his own hand entirely misunderstood him. He was absolutely honest and as absolutely without a sense of humor. To him, to pay taxes, to pay grocer's bills, to depend for the protection of a policeman was intolerable. He lived in a world of his own imagining, and one day, in order to make his imaginings real and escape from his father-in-law's unromantic world, Standard Oil and Florida hotels, in a proclamation to the powers, he announced himself as King James the First of the First Principality of Trinidad.
So he finally.
I knew you would hate this fucking guy, dude.
This guy, like, he's like playing Minecraft.
Yeah.
And he makes his own island in Minecraft. He's like,
Yeah.
I shall henceforth
Yeah.
be known as King James of the Bird Shit Isle.
Yes. Please invite me to your parties.
Meanwhile, people are now driving cars. You know, like,
But he has an island that he can't reach.
oh, good.
Yeah.
So now people know because he makes this proclamation, and I think he sends a letter to like the president or like the Secretary of State,
Always a good sign.
and that guy gives it to the Washington reporters to make fun of him.
Nice.
So it's like overnight humiliation.
Yeah.
Fucking
Reason number 400.
Yeah.
Where it's obligatory to kill yourself.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh my God, an amazing worldwide worldwide embarrassment.
Oh,
maybe
best.
maybe the best reason.
Yeah.
Mr. Worldwide.
International clown, international ass clown.
Yeah, yeah. And all these people in France are going.
And then everybody feels bad after you off yourself.
Yeah. Well, maybe not.
Not
But the
every-
thing is, they go like, no, like Flagler is a known Standard Oil businessman, right? And so he comes up. They come up to him. They're like, hey, how about your son-in-law? You know? And he says, my son-in-law is a very determined man. He will carry out any scheme in which he is interested. Had he consulted me about this, I would have been glad to have aided him with money or advice. My son-in-law is an extremely well-read, refined, well-bred man. He does not court publicity. Okay.
Well, you know.
While he was staying in my house, he spent nearly all the time in the library translating an Indian book on Buddhism. My daughter has no ambition to be a queen or anything else than what she is, an American girl. But my son-in-law means to carry out this Trinidad scheme, and he will.
Wow.
That's like amazingly nice.
What a wonderful vote of confidence.
Yeah. Well, that's good father-in-law.
So, you know,
Wish somebody would talk about me like that.
I believe in you.
I love it that he uses the word scheme. You know, because it has such a negative connotation.
Well, today it does, but maybe back then it was more of a,
yeah.
you know.
I mean, this guy's a real schemer, and I
He's
love the
got a
hell
lot
out
of
of him.
schemes. As an oil man, I scheme.
I scheme all the time.
he just was like, okay, and then that's how he carried it forth. But he's still in New York all the time because, you know, you can't be there all the time.
No.
Can't be in another island, dude.
And, you know, I don't even know if his wife ever saw it, you know. But he made de la Boisier the Minister of Foreign Affairs. And they established a chancellery at 217 West 36th Street. And if you like issued like a prospectus and signed Le Grand Chancellor, Secrétaire d'État pour les Affaires étrangères de la Boisier. It was written in French and it announced that the new state would be governed by a military dictatorship, that the royal standard was a yellow triangle on red background. So you can look up the flag too if you want to see the flag.
How do the turtles feel?
Sounds really creative.
Yeah. You had to hire a flag division, you know. They didn't have that
Minister
kind of
of flag.
Yeah.
It pointed out that those who settled on the island first would be the oldest inhabitants. So that's how time works.
It is. Yeah.
Wow.
I think they have time there.
Write that down.
And they would form the aristocracy. But only those who at home enjoyed social position and some private fortune would be admitted into this select circle. The state reserved a monopoly on the guano, the turtles, the buried treasure, and both to discover the treasure and to encourage other settlers to dig and so to cultivate the soil. A percentage of the treasure was promised to the one who found it.
Oh, that's nice.
It's a fire fest of island.
Yes, yes. Of nations.
So they started selling bonds,
Yes, of course.
$200 bonds, entitled a free passage to the island, and after a year, a return trip if you desired.
Oh, you can even leave.
Hey,
What a deal.
can't leave an island? Kill yourself.
Obligatory.
The hard work was to be done by Chinese coolies, and the aristocracy existing beautifully, and according
Coolies?
coolies, I don't know what coolies means.
But they are Chinese.
It's not. That's not boats, right? It's not.
It's a offensive term for unskilled laborer.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that checks
Thought
out.
so.
That checks out.
Yeah, the work was to be done by Chinese coolies. Jesus Christ in heaven, and the aristocracy existing beautifully, and according to the prospectus, enjoy you know, the fruits of a beautiful
Coolie labor.
Yeah.
So this is a nation built on respect, right?
Well,
To reward
built.
his subjects for prominence in literature, the arts, and other sciences, His Majesty established the Order of Chivalry. The official document creating this order reads, "We, James, Prince of Trinidad, have resolved to commemorate our accession to the throne of Trinidad by the institution of the Order of Chivalry, destined to reward literature, industry, science, and the human virtues by these presents have established, and do institute, with cross and crown, the Order of the Insignia of the Cross of Trinidad." of which we and our heirs and successors shall be sovereigns. Given in our chancellery the 8th of the month of December 1893, and of our reign, the first year. James.
Wow.
What are you going to say?
So stupid. Chinese coolies. I'm still just thinking about Chinese coolies.
Hey, can you create a nation without insulting people? Or?
No.
Yeah. Now get out of here, coolies. There were 4 grades: Chevalier, Commander, Grand Officer, and Grand Cross, and the name of each member of the order was inscribed in the Book of Gold. A pension of 1,000 francs was given to a Chevalier, 2,000 to a Commander, 3,000 to a Grand Officer. Those of the grade of Grand Cross were content with a plaque of 8 diamond-studded rays, within the center, set in red enamel, the arms of Trinidad.
And the coolies got a pound of guano.
Well, they couldn't leave for 6 months.
Nope.
They had to keep it. They could grow it.
So yeah, he's making all the military guard costumes are going to be very much based on Napoleonic,
He's very Steed Bonnet.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, it's very. He's still in the character creation part of the game.
Yeah. He still hasn't got to start.
Yeah. He's script writing. Script writing.
Oh yeah, I want that.
Oh yeah.
Charisma 100.
Everybody wears hats, right?
Dueling 98.
King James commissioned a firm of jewelers to construct a royal crown. In design, it was similar to the one which surmounted the cross of Trinidad. It is shown in the photograph of the insignia. Also, the king issued a set of postage stamps on which was a picture of the island. There were various colors and denominations. Among stamp collectors enjoyed a certain sale. Today, when I tried to procure one to use in this book, they are worth many times their face value.
Stamps. Gotta love them.
Mm-hmm.
The affairs of the new kingdom progressed favorably.
Oh, good.
Is that right?
In San Francisco, King James in person engaged 400 coolies and fitted out a schooner, to which he sent to Trinidad.
What a sentence.
Where it...
I don't think that's ever been said.
What's up, my coolies?
What's up, my coolies?
So we're going to take this schooner to Trinidad.
Yeah, bro.
Where it made regular trips between his principality and Brazil. An agent was established on the island.
How long did that trip take?
Too long.
And the construction of docks, wharves, and houses was begun. While at the Chancellery in West 36th Street, the Minister of Foreign Affairs was ready to furnish would-be settlers with information. And then, one day...
Here it comes.
A great ship from Great Britain was on its way... constructing a cable to Brazil. And they find the island, and they go, that's ours. And they take it as a cable station.
Nice.
Do they have any care about sovereignty, the British? I mean, come
Jesus,
on.
these people have been here for days.
And
we've got our own regalia.
this is July of 95 now.
We have our own low-paid workers.
We've got coolies.
Yeah.
Brazil is immediately offended. They never said a word about King James.
Yeah, of course not.
Cable.
Yeah, they were like, it's dereliction on the mainland, and they're like, no,
I believe this is our...
And people thought there would be war between Brazil and Great Britain, but nobody was thinking about King James. But the Minister of Foreign Affairs was at his post, right?
I bet he was.
And so he addressed this to all the powers of Europe, okay?
On Trinidadian postage.
And our
Stationary.
and our State Department. To His Excellency, Mr. Secretary of State of the Republic of the United States of North America, Excellency, I have the honor to recall your memory that in the course of the month of September 1893, Baron Harden-Hickey officially notified all powers of his taking possession of the uninhabited island Trinidad. And 2, that in course of January 1894, he renewed to all those powers the official notification of said taking of possession, and informed them of the same time that from that date the land would be known as Principality of Trinidad, that he took the title Prince of Trinidad and would reign under the name of James I. In consequence of these official notifications, several powers have recognized the new principality and its prince, and at all events, none thought it necessary at that epoch to raise objections or formulate opposition.
Just ask the coolies. They'll tell you.
I know the score.
So he goes on to say, nevertheless, Your Excellency knows that recently, in spite of all these legitimate rights to my august sovereign, an English warship has disembarked at Trinidad and a detachment of armed troops and taken possession of the island in the name of England. Following this assumption of territory, the Brazilian government, invoking a right of ancient Portuguese occupation, long ago outlawed, has notified the English government to surrender the island to Brazil. I beg Your Excellency to ask the government of the United States of North America to recognize the Principality of Trinidad as an independent state and to come to an understanding with other American powers in order to guarantee its neutrality. It is in the expectation of your reply, please accept, Excellency, the expression of my elevated consideration, the Grand Chancellor, Secretary for Foreign Affairs, de la Boissier. Richard Olney was the Secretary of State, and he was the one that shared it with the reporters, and was like, check this out, guys.
Hey, you guys need a scoop.
He basically said this is like a crank letter, and they went fucking haywire with it. And it was kind of a slow news time, so they were really handing it to his ass.
Send a reporter down there. Really get on the ground.
Yeah, get some boots on the ground.
Yeah.
Davis writes, they laughed at him, at his king, at his chancellery, at his broken English about de la Boissier, at his grave and courtly manners, even at his clothes. But instead of the ridicule between the lines, you could read that to the man himself, it was all terribly real.
Diplomacy stuff.
And so Davis now calls the chancellery and meets with de la Boissier. And he goes, I find it at a brownstone house, and it's like a dirty neighborhood in 7th Avenue. It's not really like there's kids playing on the stoop and stuff,
I'm the king, damn
There's
it.
people playing stickball, and this guy thinks he's a fucking prince.
Minister of Foreign Affairs, like, the king's not even there.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So you're just meeting de la Boissier. And he says, it was pasted a piece of paper on which was written the handwriting of de la Boissier, Chancellerie de Principauté, Trinidad. And he received me with distrust. The morning papers had made him shy. But after a few Your Excellencies and a respectful inquiry about His Royal Highness, his confidence revived.
Oh, good.
And he goes,
Oh, they believe.
And he's in his situation, he saw nothing humorous. Not even an announcement on the wall which read, sailings to Trinidad. Of these, there were two, on March 1st and on October 1st. On the table were many copies of the Royal Proclamation, the postage stamps of the new government, 1,000-franc bonds, and in pasteboard boxes, the gold and red enameled crosses of the Order of Trinidad.
It's all official.
Yeah. I mean, the post office doesn't deliver it, but,
He talked to me fondly and frankly of Prince James. I never met any man who knew Harden-Hickey well who did not speak of him with aggressive loyalty. If at his eccentricities they smiled, it was with the smile of affection. It was easy to see de la Boissier regarded him not only with affection of a friend, but with the devotion of a true subject. In his manner, he himself was courteous, gentle, and so distinguished that I felt as though I was enjoying, on intimate terms, an audience with one of the prime ministers of Europe.
Huh.
And
I think that says more about the prime ministers of Europe than it does anything else.
I mean, this guy's father-in-law loved him.
But and this guy's a fucking count that loves them both.
Yeah.
And he on his part, after the ridicule of the morning papers, to have anyone with outward seriousness accept his full high office and his king was, I believe, not ungrateful. I told him I wanted to visit Trinidad and in that I was quite serious. The story of an island filled with buried treasure and governed by a king whose native subjects were turtles and seagulls promised to make for interesting writing.
Okay, here's the thing about this buried treasure, okay? It's covered in bird shit.
All right. Okay. And you got this king.
And then there's
he's
turtles.
The only thing we know about this king is that he's written, like, the how to guide
And so
on
here's
suicide.
we start at the end where he's dead. With Marvin, and then we go and we tell you about his book about suicide.
Yeah. And we're like, no, we think, this guy's like, like a fucking dazzling swordsman. And so, this is like where like Davis really gets good with the writing. And he says, the Count was greatly pleased, I believe me, and he saw his first bona fide settler. And when I rose to go, he even lifted one of the crosses of Trinidad, and before my envious eyes regarded it uncertainly. Perhaps had he known that of all the decorations, it was the one I most desired. Had I only then and there booked my passage or sworn allegiance to King James, who knows but that today I might be a chevalier with my name in the book of gold. But instead of bending the knee, I reached for my hat, the account replaced the cross in its pasteboard box, and for me, the psychological moment had passed. Others, more deserving of the honor, were more fortunate. Among my fellow reporters, who, like me, came to scoff, but remained to pray, was Henri Pen-Dubois. For some time, until his recent death, the brilliant critic of art and music of The American. Then he was on the Times. And Henry N. Carey, now of the Morning Telegraph, was his managing editor. When Henri Dubois reported to Carey on his assignment, he said, "There is nothing funny in that story. It's pathetic. Both those men are in earnest. They are convinced they are being robbed of their rights. Their only fault is that they have imagination and that we and the rest of us lack it." He goes, "That's the way it struck me, and that's the way the story ought to be written." Carey said, "Write it that way." So the New York Times has now like totally taken up with the king.
Right, so they go down there like, we're gonna write this like this guy's a fucking piece of shit, maniac, and they go, this guy's making a lot of sense.
I kind of like this guy.
He's a real class act.
Yeah,
I mean, John assumes nothing to scoff at either.
I mean, a good if a guy gives you good copy,
what are you gonna do?
I mean, how can you not like him?
So the New York Times is like championing the government of Trinidad. They're the kingdom of Trinidad.
The failing New York Times.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Yeah.
Yes, still.
They've been failing for a long time now.
It's failing for a long, long time. Yeah. So Carey and Dubois were made chevaliers of.
God, I want to be a chevalier.
Well, you know, you put your head down and keep working hard.
And they were entitled to wear uniforms of the court.
That's so bad. Oh, my name in the book of gold.
Yeah.
I'm nearly a man grown.
So now this is kind of what brought me to this, and it was really kind of based on your last profile.
Mm-hmm.
So he's robbed of his crown, right? But in the meantime, there's this guy, Ralston J. Marceau, in San Francisco, and he's a lawyer and a one-time officer in the artillery of the United States Army. He was one of the Morrow filibustering expeditions, which attempted to overthrow the Dole government in the Hawaiian Isles and restore to the throne Queen Lulu Kalani.
Wow.
Interesting.
And in San Francisco, he was nicknamed the Prince of Honolulu because the idea was if he got her back on the throne, he would get something important.
Some pussy.
But she was in prison. So he now looks at Harden-Hickey, and he writes him a letter after he sees the protest letter to the State Department, which goes out in all the papers.
Okay.
And he writes, "Monseigneur, your favor of August 16th has been received. I am duly authorized agent of the Royalist Party, and insofar as it is possible for anyone to occupy that position under existing circumstances, with the Queen in prison and absolutely cut off from communication with her friends. It is out of the question for me to carry anything like formal credentials." But he says, "If I go down with the expedition I have organized, I shall be in full control of the situation and in a position to carry out all my contracts. It is the island of Kauai on which I propose to establish you as an independent sovereign." So he's gonna...
Kauai, beautiful.
Fucking insane. So
2 islands?
So they don't know what Harden-Hickey thought of this. But they know that he asked back, asking more about on whose authority.
Right.
Do you really...
They probably don't commit suicide.
So Davis wrote that he was now in the peculiar position of being a deposed king of an island in the South Pacific, which had been taken from him, and king-elect of an island in the Pacific, if you could take it. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, he's a 2-island man.
I'm kind of in between islands right now.
In between kingdoms.
Yeah, it's kind of a sabbatical type of thing. It's not as being a sovereign is not everything is cracked up to be. People want to lay cable.
Yeah, Well, like cable your island.
He fixes the cable. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with those cables, but I want to know.
And they still haven't given me my schoolies back.
Schoolies?
The coolies.
Coolies.
I don't care.
What will become of the coolies? The average peasant under British occupation. But like, he was real hurt because he was humiliated, and also like, this thing was like his toy. Like he was building this thing in his head.
Yeah.
You know, and
Lego City.
And so he wanted to sell some of the land in Mexico and California so he could still live, you know, like high on the hog.
Yeah.
But nobody was buying.
Yeah, you don't say.
But, you know, the thing was, you know, he was also cut off from money from the father-in-law because Hickey decided that the only way to deal with the British invasion of the Principality of Trinidad was to attack Britain.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, just cut the cable.
Yeah,
What are they going to do?
Yeah.
Gotcha now.
Now I own the cable and the
And Davis writes it this way. He goes, moved by the attack of Great Britain upon its principality, Harden-Hickey decided upon reprisals. It must be remembered that he was always more Irish than French. On paper... On paper, he organized...
He was a belligerent asshole.
He organized an invasion on paper of an invasion of England from Ireland.
The fuck?
And
Take the island
his
back.
father-in-law wouldn't fund that.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
he wouldn't fund an invasion of England
Yeah.
via
A
Ireland?
single man taking on
Yeah.
the empire.
But Dad,
But stepdad.
somebody's got to pay for this shit. The coolies aren't going to do it all.
Yeah. Look, if we can cut him off from London, then the island is ours.
Dude, we'll just lay cable everywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, his children, you know, are spending time with their stepmother now, Flagler's daughter, and he's going around between Mexico. He's not seeing her too much.
Well, he has an island to take back.
And so yeah, he was eventually going to like join her again in Riverside, California.
What?
Yeah, they bought a house there. Yeah.
Great.
I mean, I don't know what it was like in 1898.
Not much better than it is now. Riverside? Ooh. The fuck are you doing? Dude, just go. You're better off living on an uninhabitable island of
Than the
guano.
island of Riverside.
Riverside.
So yeah, if he's trying to sell these properly, and then they would kind of keep him pretty rich if he sold either of these things in Mexico or, you know, California or whatever. Like the mines and like all those cattle ranches and
Yeah.
stuff.
Hang on to that Riverside parcel, though. Hang on to it. It's going to go up. Fucking Riverside. San Bernardino County. No, it's Riverside County.
And
Either way,
and,
it
and,
sucks.
and his father-in-law would have helped him out. Like,
Yeah, it's a better bet than funding a war against the British.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, and he just, you know, he started, you know, feeling like slighted by everybody, and that's where, you know, where we end up in the hotel room, you know?
You bought a fixer-upper in Riverside and your father-in-law won't pay for a war against the British?
Yeah.
Obligatory. Half a bottle of morphine. Hotel room. Bada bing, bada boom.
I wonder if he was going to go on that himself, too. Like, did he think he was going to lead men into battle?
Yes.
Dude.
Yes, he did. There's no way he didn't think.
God.
He's the king. That's what the king's supposed to. And he had the land invasion of England.
I think, yeah. I think there's like a certain thing there where like he's got a good attitude towards death. So I actually
Yeah.
think
Yeah,
I
certainly.
actually think he might have
A good death is its own reward.
Yeah.
stormed in with a sword and
Yeah.
fucking
Got
like,
shot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not fucking chopping bullets like Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ching, 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 ching.
Yeah, there's some just
They have machine guns now.
Yeah.
yeah, there's just some British lady on a beach going, "What are they doing?"
What are they doing?
And they're like, "We're here from Trinidad." They're like,
What?
"Oh,
Tobago? No, the other one. The one that smells like shit. We got cable. Okay then.
all right, make me a chevalier."
And you've got yourself another volunteer.
So he writes that despicable suicide note.
Yeah.
The brattiest fucking
What
shit.
a brat.
Yeah, not a great one.
And he writes, "You can imagine it. The mean hotel room, the military figure with its white face and mustache, a la Louis Napoleon, at rest upon the pillow, the startled drummers and chambermaids peering in from the hall, and the landlord or coroner or doctor with a bewildered countenance, lifting to view the royal crown of gilt and velvet."
I mean, guys, going out on morphine has to be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I should have put the crown on though.
I give you guys permission.
Oh, thank you, Aaron.
Cool.
Like, if I have a bad day.
Yeah.
Oh, for you.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant
Oh,
for
we
us.
got to do it? We got to kill you?
Yeah. I don't want to go to hell.
But don't we go to hell?
Yeah, we do.
No, but you could pray and then you're absolved all your
right.
sins.
Oh, thank God. Okay, cool.
I need to be murdered so that I can go to heaven
Okay.
and sit at the right hand of our Lord and Savior. And I'll see you guys there eventually after, eons of purgatory.
So in his...
But I'm going out nutting on morphine.
Oh, man, it'd be cool to go out nutting, period.
Yeah, really. It's not that bad.
So he makes the Count de Lavoisier the executor of his estate.
Uh-huh.
He's
And
Love this guy.
Davis writes, "In his hands lies the future of the kingdom of Trinidad." The title to the island when Hickey killed himself was in dispute. If his son wishes to take it, by the will of the first James, de Lavoisier is appointed perpetual regent, a sort of receiver and executor of the principality.
son, your dad's dead. You want his island?
Who?
Yeah. His name was Island?
So it's it doesn't seem like they're going to take back the island. I don't think.
No. It's just too hard to get to.
It's,
There's cables everywhere.
the boats keep hitting the cables.
Fucking Ninja Turtles are defending it.
So this is the way.
Bishop
This is
there.
the way Davis ends it. He goes, "To the wise ones in America, he was a fool, and they laughed at him. To the wiser ones, he was a clever rascal who had evolved a new real estate scheme and was out to rob the people, and they respected him. To my mind of them all, Harden-Hickey was the wisest. Granted, one can be serious. What could be more delightful than to be the king of your own island?
Yeah, fair.
And dying on an OD of morphine.
Yeah.
He went out on top.
The comic paragraphers, the businessmen of hard common sense, and the captains of industry who laughed at him and his national resources of buried treasure, turtles, eggs, and guano, with his bodyguard of Zoavs and the cross of Trinidad, certainly possessed many things that Harden-Hickey lacked. But they in turn lacked things that made him happy. The power to make believe, the love of romance, the touch of adventure that plucked him by the sleeve. When as boys we used to say, quote, let's pretend we're pirates. As a man, Harden-Hickey begged, let's pretend I'm king. But the trouble was the other boys had grown up and would not pretend. For some reason, it reminds me of the closing line of Pinero's play when the adventurous Miss Tanqueray kills herself and her virtuous stepchild says, if only we had been kinder.
Yeah. I mean, even more like Stede Bonnet now, right?
Yeah.
I'm romanticizing this bygone era.
Yeah.
And nobody takes me seriously, god damn it.
Yes.
Yes.
But he what did he say? It's better to live a short
Oh.
dope life or whatever. You got to live that dope life.
yeah.
What did he say? The wise man lives as long as he ought, not as long as he can.
Yes.
The remedy for a life of misery is death.
Yeah, that's good.
Nature is kind and considerate and giving us the power of dying, I think is
Yes.
really good.
Yeah. Death makes life worth living.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think it might have been Marcel Proust I'm not 100% sure. So internet don't hate me, but I think he said
Love him.
the only true choice any person has is whether or not to kill themselves.
Yeah. The only real.
Everything else happens to you.
Yes. The only real control.
Only real control you have is whether or not to kill yourself.
Yeah.
And I honestly I think I'm going to take my life in my own hands tonight, really, and just
I don't think you should
okay.
do it tonight,
No,
but I support
no.
you doing it.
well after we record.
Give it a
No,
day.
no.
You think we should
Aaron.
bank a few?
Sleep on it.
Aaron,
Let's bank a few.
Yeah.
what about
And then those episodes through the roof.
Oh, they'll be like fucking
Yeah.
Trinidad postage stamps.
yeah, dude. Hang on to these.
I mean, don't forget about the possibility of an island. You might have an island in your future.
Hey,
Shit.
I actually know of one you can probably.
Yeah, it's covered in shit.
I don't have a child to leave it to.
and now you saw. I think we said it during the break, but now it's covered in plastic.
Yes, yeah. There's,
like grandma's couch.
Well, they're keeping it good for the king.
Yeah.
The king's return.
Yeah. He'll be back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
it's
so
now
great
a it's like it is now a the trash in the ocean is accumulated.
yeah.
I should also say too
it's
that
a modern guano.
that
Yeah.
It's useless.
it did spark enough outrage between the Brazilians and before his death that the British gave it back to the Brazilians, and then he was even more mad.
They didn't even want it.
Yeah, but he was still going after the government of England because they had wronged him first.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Which
yeah.
is just like you're going after like the British
Empire.
the British Empire
They were waning,
with
but
some
still,
coolies.
Yeah, you got a couple of coolies and a handful of bird shit.
Yeah.
A turtle shell shield. The fuck out of here.
I mean,
Coolies, new term. Chinese guy.
yeah.
It's also pejorative for Indian laborers and other South Asian laborers.
It's
yeah.
racially neutral.
Yeah.
Well, then you can use it.
Unless-
That's the
unless
thing.
you're
That's the
saying-
thing. Yeah. I rode the bus with the coolies today.
Which ones? I'll never tell.
Big Mix, actually. Big Mix, Los Angeles.
Oh, wait, Irish?
Yeah, wait a minute.
The
John.
mix?
We got coolies.
Yeah. Dude, the mix, the best coolies. One night of McCool's.
Yeah.
Finn McCool.
That is the story of King James the First.
Wow.
What a dildo. I love it.
James A. Harden-Hickey.
Hickey.
Yeah. And,
True eccentric.
yeah, absolutely.
Nutty.
Gone are the days
Yes.
when you could just go find an uninhabited patch of land.
Yeah, now you have to be a billionaire and you
Stick
do
a-
devious things
Yeah.
there.
But that's the thing, though, too. It was like, you go like, the second offer of the Hawaiian thing is actually feasible.
Yeah.
That guy's a real filibuster.
Yeah. And he could have put the queen back in power.
And
that would've
Hawaii's
been
nice.
champion of the world.
Dude, I can't believe I was going to get that bird shit place. I got Kauai instead.
Kauai,
Yeah.
paradise on earth.
Yeah.
Very little bird shit.
Yeah, man.
Mostly greenery and water.
Oh, yeah. It's a good time.
It's the Garden Isle. It's the least. It's the least. Well, other than like.
volcanic.
No. It's just the most untouched of the islands. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's the Garden Island. Now, if you want romance, you're going to go to Maui.
Okay.
If you want party time,
Okay.
you're going to Oahu.
Okay.
If you want some adventure, the Big Island.
Yeah.
If you want some hunting, Lanai.
Okay.
But Kauai is just,
Yeah, I got to go, man.
dude,
I got to go.
I can't believe I went. It took me until I was fucking 36 or 37.
Yeah.
So,
I don't have like a crazy travel bug. I say this all the time, but I do always
Go to Hawaii.
Always wanted to go to Hawaii.
go. What about this?
Hey.
Boys trip.
my God.
Boys in Hawaii?
Dude, just the three boys.
Yeah, looking like Magnum PI.
Oh, yeah.
I did when I
You
went.
did. Yes, you did.
I wore a Hawaiian shirt, a
Mustache?
Detroit Lions, a Detroit
you
Tigers.
shaved a
base-
mustache, didn't you?
I put a mustache on.
Nice.
Well, I grew a mustache, shaved the rest of it.
Makes
Put a
sense.
Detroit Tigers hat on,
Fucking cool.
and just pounded it out in Kauai.
Oh, my God. Wow.
time?
Went to
Zip lining,
some clubs.
Oh, yeah.
horseback riding.
Well, you love the zip line. You can't stop it.
You're only there for this
Yeah,
one, actually.
yeah.
kayaking.
He was there eating fast.
A lot of movies filmed there. We kayaked up the river that they filmed in Indiana Jones motion picture.
Okay. Tropic Thunder film
Was it a
there.
good one?
Jurassic Park.
Oh, okay.
Some movie with The Rock.
Jumanji.
Come on, man.
Jumanji 2, Judgment Day.
Jumanji. Hawaii's beautiful. I can't believe that we got to steal it.
But that thing is like, that guy was like, yo, I got a plan. He's like, I was like, we're gonna take this island, then we're gonna take this island, then we'll take Honolulu. Because if we have all the other islands, we'll basically have siege to Honolulu, and they'll surrender. And he was dead fucking serious. And like,
And this was half a century before King Kamehameha
Exactly.
and taking it as a state.
right. But like,
Damn, they should have did it.
that one was actually feasible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if they could have got the queen out, and she's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay, Kauai's yours. Let's go." And it would have been, he would have been far more respected.
yeah. Instead of
That's a real.
It's a real chain of islands with
Yeah.
real benefits, not turtle shells and bird shit.
Yeah.
That's uninhabitable
No.
for half of the year.
yeah.
Hawaii, inhabitable all the time.
Yeah. And also, like, what's going down on a 3x5 island? 500 it's 6.
I'll tell you what, Epstein.
Yeah. They're doing it in the domes.
Yeah, what do you think the domes are there for?
But they had to take a schooner
They were
there.
The drones. You got to keep the drones out.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're forgetting.
You think they're
domes.
seagulls? They're drones.
Oh my God.
Yeah, birds are fake.
Birds are fake.com.
Yeah. Yeah, I fucking love this guy, though. The book on suicide? What the fuck?
We got to
Incredible,
get
yeah.
ourselves a copy.
I know. I died looking for it.
No, you didn't.
Come on.
No, I mean, I was. I just don't think it's.
The irony is I died looking for the book on suicide.
I got hit
Yeah.
by a bus.
Yeah, I was like, come on, please. But that is the kind of thing I also think potentially could show up at Hyena Gallery. Not
He'll
even
find
joking.
it. He'll
But
find it.
also, a 100-year-old book is going to be fucking tough.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
But that was.
there's got to be an updated version.
And with his drawings in it, holy shit! Like that is, I would want that more than a stamp of Trinidad. In all honesty, the book is where
Yeah.
it's at. I was really really into this guy. Hey, it's so much fun. And then this Davis guy, this fucking Rough Rider fellow, just humanized it so much and made it such a beautiful story in a way.
When you got to meet him, well, you mean he interviewed him, right?
He interviewed the minister of foreign.
Minister of
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
A dignitary.
Yeah.
Yes. But then, and the New York Times is that like
We bought it. They bought his bullshit.
and I love him being like, I remember laughing out loud when they said he had absolutely no sense of humor. He's like, what? I'm king. It's not funny.
Hello?
Does the king laugh?
Do you see the triangle in the circle?
Yeah.
Are there any jesters here? No.
Not yet.
Yeah, fucking nuts, man. Fucking nuts.
These people. These fucking guys.
These fucking people. And like I said, I was super happy there was nothing on YouTube or on Spotify.
We're going
or-
to dominate the search engines.
Yeah. If you want information about the kingdom,
You got to come
you
to
gotta
us.
come here. You gotta come here. Yeah, there is some more.
We can check the New York Times archives and see what they have.
Yeah. There's some stuff in there. And I'd be interested to know more about what the island is doing now. Maybe we could tackle that on a Patreon.
Nothing.
Yeah, collecting trash,
Yeah.
stamps.
I mean, I wonder if it's been like a station for anything else. Probably more than anything, I would imagine wildlife experiments, or
Island of Dr. Moreau type of stuff.
Yeah, not a,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
research. I'm saying
I
experiments.
call it research myself.
Yeah, but really
Yeah.
trying to get this turtle and seagull to fuck.
The boys of Brazil type of situation. Who knows?
Yes. Yeah, but it was Boys of Brazil on an island, but they cloned someone stupid. Like,
Yeah,
they cloned James.
yeah. You're king, buddy.
Yeah.
Yay.
All you guys.
Yeah, you're all king.
Why are you making him talk that way? He was a respected man who spoke several
Yeah,
languages.
but these are inbred clones. You know
Oh,
Yeah.
God, yeah, these have.
what I'm talking about?
Well, they gotta fuck each other.
Yeah, these are the boys of Brazil.
They're so tan. They're so, tan.
hot.
They look so good.
How could you not?
If you,
all little James clones in thongs. Like immaculate
Fucking
tan.
Blue Lagoon shit. Yeah, they smell like bird shit. But their bodies are so hot. Fucking A.
Oh God, they're all in little uniforms some of the time.
Some of the time.
Yeah, mostly not.
Yeah,
Mostly
sometimes
not.
they leave something in the imagination.
Yeah. They fucking go in the dome and get down.
Oh, dude, why do you think they call it the dome? John, that was a good episode.
Thank you. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with this.
God, I wish I could find an undiscovered country.
Yeah, man.
There's not many anymore.
No, there's not. And that's why I'm bummed out about it.
If you want, I can fill you in a little bit about what's going on the island today.
Let's talk trash.
Oh, please, yeah.
So it supports a 32 strong garrison of the Brazilian Navy.
Oh, wow.
Of which Navy?
The Brazilian.
Okay, yeah.
It's the nesting site of the green sea turtle, breeding seabirds, subspecies of the great frigate bird.
Frigate birds, nice.
I believe they've endangered some species.
Humpback whales use it as nursery. The introduction of sheep heavily deteriorated the island.
That's probably something he did.
No, that sounds British.
Well, yeah, or it could be him with his fucking coolies. We gotta give these,
Something to fuck.
But there was it does tie into some other profiles. It is the Terra Nova from Robert Falcon Scott. Stopped at the island on their way to their own deaths.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's a nexus of the universe.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's a port in a 2002 Golden Globe race, around the world yacht race. So
Okay, that makes sense.
yeah. So great.
Some
That's what we need.
16-year-old girl got lost in one of those kind of races.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's more landable now.
Doubt it.
Yeah.
Because of the flotsam of trash.
Yeah. Well, that's where the trash lands.
Yeah. So it gives you this little soft landing.
These plastic bottles are very buoyant. There's no chance of us sinking here.
Yeah. Thanks to Minute Maid.
Thank you to 2 liters of Fanta.
You know Fanta was made by the Nazis?
No, it was not.
I believe it was.
I don't believe that.
I believe it was.
I mean, I have no idea. I'm just going off emotion. I'm not saying you're wrong. I can't believe Fanta was
I think
made
they
by
were
the-
getting down with it big time.
Well, I'll just read you.
Was it because it was an Argentina thing?
No, it's not.
It sound
No, I think it's like Nazi Germany.
no.
Well, no, it was invented by Coca-Cola while they were inside Nazi Germany.
Oh.
But the belief is that it was made for Coca-Cola and not specifically for the Nazis.
We just like to taste.
Don't you want a Fanta? So is it a big nothing burger?
No, I think they were fucking chugging Fanta.
Was it because there was a trade embargo of sending Coca-Cola there?
I think in general, in Europe in general, you probably find that you see Fanta more.
Of course.
Yeah. But I think it's.
That's because they're basic and they like orange shit. You know?
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
I heard about this fucking guy today, man. He was a crazy railroad equipment salesman, and he would like
Railroad equipment.
in the height of that era.
Okay.
And he would fucking make money, and then he would wear it all. Like he would wear crazy diamonds, and he would dress nuts.
God, I hope he gets.
But he also was he was in this book today, and he also was fucking like eating more food. Like when he died, they said his stomach was 6 times a normal person's. And he would be chugging gallons of orange juice. And the doctors are like, that's not good, bro.
No.
No, not even now.
But Fanta reminded me of that.
Yeah.
6 times? Jesus Christ.
6 times, yeah. His fucking...
He's like the secretariat of orange juice.
Yeah.
He was like, so he was balling out of control, and he was going into like New York restaurants, and they said, that guy's the best 25 customers we have.
That's a good place to end.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah, because he was balling out of control, and really, you see the orders, and you're like, it's a crazy bill.
funny.
A crazy bill. All right, fellas, this was fun.
Yeah, it was.
good.
Very nice.
Yeah. We'll see you next week. I'm going to say goodnight. I love you.
I'm Aaron Peter. Good night. I love you.
My name is-
Good night.
Sorry, my name is John Fahey. I didn't say my
Everybody
name.
knows your
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
name.
All right, good night, everybody. We love you.